Now to the latest on the Utica security guard who was shot outside a high school football game. CitrusTV reporter Luke Radel is on the scene with reaction from elected leaders across central New York. Luke?
Thanks, Jake. As the people of Utica recover from this startling episode, the folks hoping to represent them in Washington are playing the blame game.
Disturbing video shows a fight outside a high school football game in Utica being broken up by security guard Jeff Lynch. Moments before, he's shot twice in the back of the head and falls to the ground. Lynch is now out of the hospital and expected to make a full recovery, while the teen who allegedly shot him is in police custody. But this frightening episode sent shockwaves across central New York and led the 4 candidates vying to represent Utica and Syracuse in Congress to call for action. On the Democratic side, State Senator John Mannion says this incident has caused him to reevaluate New York's bail laws.
I do think that there are reasonable changes there, especially when it comes to acts like this, and I will continue to work on that.
Dr. Clemmy Harris says that we should crack down on gun manufacturers.
We should have, on the federal level, not just a policy that deals with assault weapons, but also one that seeks to hold manufacturers and gun dealers accountable for allowing illegal guns and ghost guns.
I think that's an asinine and ridiculous argument.
That's Caleb Slater, a gun rights advocate and Republican candidate for state senate in Syracuse.
An uncomfortable truth is that guns are designed to do harm. They are. So suing a gun manufacturer because it harmed somebody is just saying, I'm going to sue this company because their product did what it's designed to do.
Slater also takes issue with a statement by another Democratic candidate for Congress, Sarah Clee Hood, who says in part, quote, "This continued violence is a choice of weak politicians afraid to take a stance on gun reform."
And if we want to reduce crime like this tragedy that happened in Utica, we need to be focusing our efforts on targeting the black market and targeting the unlawful guns that are in the streets, not the people who are legally buying firearms.
Meanwhile, incumbent Republican Congressman Brandon Williams is laying out a 3-step course of action in response to the shooting, saying he wants to increase support for law enforcement, close the southern border, and crack down on fentanyl.
When I first saw Congressman Brandon Williams' response to the gun violence, I actually thought the title was clickbait.
Katie Aiello is a Democrat on the Utica Common Council who also owns a coffee shop in the downtown area. She doesn't believe that Congressman Williams is addressing the right issues.
I was just insulted. It felt out of touch, and I hope that the congressman is interested in learning more about, specifically to Utica, what it is that our community needs.
John and Jake, as some politicians continue to point fingers, after-school activities are actually back up and running here at Proctor High School. I spoke to Jeff Lynch, who had that scary incident happen to him just less than a week and a half ago, and he sent back a thumbs-up emoji to say he's doing great. Guys?